Hello everyone, you're welcome to hello everyone. I'm so glad to have you in the live session tonight. Um as we are aware, we are supposed to kick off by 9 o'clock exactly, but I think we are 4 minutes behind schedule. So I want to quickly find out those that are joining at this time. Please, if you are there, you just type a comment and indicate that you are there. Okay, if you are there, please indicate on the comments that you are there. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Um, please, I want to ensure that we are all listening. And for those who are just joining in, please kindly type your name and your location. Let me know that you are there. Just type it in the comment section. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Kate. That's a good one. Okay. I see you, Mr. Indips. Sorry if I may not get it correctly. So, you're all welcome to tonight's class. It's going to be a very quick one. I'm going to be taking you on end-to-end data analytics section. Okay, using Microsoft Excel. And the reason why I have chosen Microsoft Excel is that Microsoft Excel is one of the basic tools, analytic tools you can use to analyze data. Okay, and there are other tools that are available, but Microsoft Excel seems to be the basic, and from there you can now progress to other aspects of data analytics. So, my name is Samuel Namani, and I'm also known as Samist the Analyst. So, you have subscribed to my channels, and I think you have gone through my videos. Currently, I work as a web analyst, and basically, what a web analyst does is to use what we call the cloud data analytics tools to assess data, to analyze data, so that you can get insights from that particular data. So, and the online tool that I use is Google Analytics, and that is one of the benefits with, or that is one of the benefits being a data analyst. As a data analyst, you can work um, we have variations, okay, in data analytics. So you can be a business analyst, you can be a web analyst, you can be a data analyst, you can even be a business data analyst. Okay, so there are different variations, and the core or do I call it, the binding idea is the idea of analyzing data. Okay, you can even be a healthcare analyst. Yes, a healthcare data analyst. Okay, those who work in the healthcare sector. So you're all welcome. You're all welcome. And I want to believe that some are just joining us, like some are just joining data analytics for the first time, and some maybe you have used one of the tools, but you want to fine tune yourself. So whichever case you are, you are highly welcome. So what I'm going to do now is please, for those who are in the group chat, in the WhatsApp group, I have sent the data we are going to be using tonight. Okay, I've sent it across to the group, and I want to believe that we all have access to it. If you are not in the group, I want to encourage you, okay, to send me a message, and I'll be dropping my WhatsApp number in the chat box. For Kate, I've actually sent you the link or an invitation to the WhatsApp group since you registered. So you may want to do well to check it out. So I'm I'm texting my WhatsApp number. Okay. Okay. So we want to proceed. We want to proceed. I'm going to I'm going to present my screen at this point, and I would encourage us to just follow along. Anytime you have any question at any point, you signify by the raise of hands. Okay, so I want to believe we are all seeing the screen at this point. So, um, okay, so this is a data set on an online retail store, and this data set contain different online products that were bought at different times within the year 2010 to 2011. So as you can see, the number of rows here is or the number of records is is more than 500,000 records. Okay, more than 500,000 records, and it is divided across 8 columns. So as you can see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this is an example of what we call the big data. Okay, any data set that has like a lot of records, 500,000, 700,000, 1 million, you know, those are what we call big data and big data, please. And I decided to use that for this class so that because sometimes when you watch or you listen to tutorial videos, they usually use um, less amount of data. And by the time you begin to face real life scenario as a data analyst, you discover that you are not working with less amount of data. Instead, you are working with a big data, and that can be very, very tasking. So now what we want to do is I will give you a background on this. So the data actually contains, just as I said, over 400, over 500,000 records, and it's a record of products that was bought from an online retail store between the year 2010 to 2011. And with these data sets, there are 5 problems I want to solve. Okay, should I say 5? Because of time, let's do 4. Yes, so there are 4 problems I would like to solve. Okay, and you can use data to solve an organization's problem. That is one of the very good thing about data, because you have, as an IT expert, you have been called to be a problem solver. So if you are going into data analytics, you need to use data to solve the organization's problem, and data does not lie. Okay, so you use the data to identify the problem and then still use that same data to solve the problem. So I want to think, as an organization, I am the owner, or let's say I am a data analyst working with this online retail store, and I was presented this data set. Sometimes there are instances where you will not be given the task to do. There are instances you will be given. Now, in the instance where you are not given the task to do, you are just presented the data and they said, we give you 4 weeks. Kindly go through the data and see what you can be able to provide, as in see the insights you can be able to give to the company about this data. So at that point, you are the one who will develop the question using the data you've been presented. So I'm putting I'm putting myself as a data analyst in this organization, and I'm presented this data. What problem can I solve with this data? Now, there are 2 things you need to take note of. Now, the first thing is that when we talk about insights, you can get insights about the customer behavior. Okay, how do customers behave in the online retail store? And then also you can get insight about the company's products. So there are 2 insights. One, the customer's aspect, and then secondly, the company's aspect. So within these 2 categories, then you can now have many questions you can use the data to solve. So now I want to solve 4 questions with this. Now the first one that I have taken note of is, I want to find out the days of the week where customers are more likely to purchase products from the website store. Okay, I want to find out the days of the week where customers are more likely to purchase the products. Yes, the products. And that is what I'm going to be doing. And then also that can bet another question. Okay, so if we get the week that the customer is more likely to purchase the company's product, can we also check within that week which day did the company's revenue went high? Okay, so which day among the week did the company's revenue went high? So it will give us a picture. Is it the day where more goods were ordered? Is it the same day that the company's revenue went high? That will give us a clear picture of okay, this is how this is how customers do. Possibly they used to they are more likely to buy our product on Thursday, and that Thursday when they buy the product, we usually have high sales. But sometimes it may not be that case. Okay, so that is two questions we are going to answer using the data. And then we also want to see the top 5 countries that the retail store generated the most revenue from. Okay, so the top 5 countries that the retail store generated the revenue from. And then also within that same question, we'll be looking at the top 5 stores that the products were ordered from. Okay, the products were ordered from. So let's look at it in question. Now, the first thing that we want to do is to so this is data set. Okay. In data analytics, there's what we call data cleaning. So we want to clean this data to ensure that it is all right. And in doing that, what I'll simply do is to come to this description, okay, because we are looking at the product itself. So when we talk about cleaning the data, there are many things we are looking at. We are looking for inconsistency within the records. Okay. For instance, let's say this column is supposed to be numbers, and then instead we are seeing alphabets, or we are seeing symbols. So those are inconsistencies within the record. So that is one thing you need to take note of. I need to clean first before you do your analysis. And then the second thing you look at also is what we call the missing value. That is very, very vital. Okay. Now, missing value can happen in the process of collecting the data. Depending on where you are collecting the data, you have primary sources, you have secondary sources. So if you are collecting an online data, for instance, by the time you use your Python language and codes to scrape the data from the website, sometimes you can have missing value. And then if it is data that you go out to gather, okay, possibly the responses that you get, they are not tallying, so that could also lead to missing values. And sometimes it is in the process of typing, okay, that missing values can occur. So it can occur in many forms. And then also another thing you treat during data cleaning is what we call the outliers. Okay, sorry. So the outliers. Now, outliers are actually records that are way beyond the normal spread of records within a column. So if you have a class, let's say like the normal conventional school class, and in a class of let's say primary 6, of course the children within that age, as in within that class, should fall between 6 to, let's say, 8 to 10. We are assuming so 8 to 10, and then suddenly you see a child of 20 in that class of 8 to 10. What comes to your mind? You'll be like, how come? So that is what we call an outlier. So a record that has gone beyond the normal spread that is supposed to be within that column. So that is what we call the outlier. So I have done this data sets. I will not be doing much of data cleaning, okay, because data cleaning itself can take a long time. Okay, it can take a very, very long time because you need to ensure that your data is very sound. So the only thing I want to do is I'm going to undo the missing value. Okay, so I'm going to be handling only the missing value so that we can move along quickly. So let's see. So to get the missing value, because we are dealing with products, you are going to have to click on this filter box. Okay, this filter box, and you get the values that are missing. And how do you get that? When you click on it this way, you drag it down. Now, each of the values that is being shown here represents unique values within the column. These are unique values. Okay. So a record is not occurring two times here. No, a record is not occurring two times. Now you can see something like missing and then missing. But if you discover the question mark in front of the missing is 3, yeah, and then the question mark here is what, 4. So they don't occur two times. So that is why this box or this dialog box is very, very important. So how do we identify missing values? We go to the blanks. So you can see blanks. Blanks mean there are no record. So we unselect this and then we go to identify the blanks. So click on that and let's see. Wow. So you can see there are quite a lot of empty products. Yes, empty, whose names cannot be identified, but then you can see quite a lot. So I'm going to have to delete this. Okay. Oh, let me reverse that. Okay, so I want to delete this. I'll simply just drag it to the very end. Okay, so that has been undone. Let's go back. And we select all. Okay, so this data is now having a new an empty record. Okay, it is now having an empty record. Now, in order to be safe, because you want to ensure safety of your work, so you just Control A and then you copy Control C and you paste into a new. Okay, so let's go back to confirm that there are no missing value. Would use the filter. Okay, so you can see the blanks are no longer showing. So this is how you handle missing values. You ensure that your data is right. Now, there's another problem with this data, and I think that should have been an oversight on my part. This quantity seem to have negative numbers. Okay, so you can see instance of -1, 12, and 24. So I'm going to unselect this and then select 24. Okay, this will take us quite a while. So this is -24, 12, and -1. So what I'll do is I'll come here, then I'll click on Control F, which is to find. But then I want to replace it. So I want to replace -1. I want to replace it with 1. Okay, then I'll click on Replace All. So all done, you can see 5 replacements have been made. Then we go to the next one, which is I think -12. So replace it with 12. Click on Replace All. What's the response? It is possible the data you're trying to use is inappropriate. Okay. So let's close this. Let's check it again. Oh, okay. So 12 has been replaced already. So we have -24. So Control F once again. Then we are replacing -24 with 24. Replace all. So 4 replacements have been made. So let's check it and confirm. Okay, that's good. So I think our data is correct. Then you also come here to also check. Okay. I think every other record here is okay. So we have been able to successfully clean the data. At least this is a mild cleaning, not an in-depth cleaning. So now the next thing we want to do is to, since I said we want to find out the day of the week that has the highest revenue. Okay, where customers are more likely to buy to purchase products. Okay, now I'm going to create a new column here, and then I'll call this revenue. Okay, now when we talk about revenue, of course, you know that revenue is the money that is earned. And so for this particular product, we have white hanging hat tea light holder. And this customer with the customer code 17850 bought 6 quantities of this. Okay, so get the basis of the data now. The customer with the customer ID 17850 on this particular date and time bought this product with the description white hanging at tea light holder. He bought 6 quantities of this product at unit prices of 2.55. Okay, so let's assume to be dollar. So for us to get the revenue that the company, the online store generated from this customer at that time, it will be the quantity, the number of quantities multiplied by the unit price. Okay, so that will give us the revenue that is generated from this customer at that time. So what we'll do is we'll use our function equal, and then we'll have the products. Okay, so we now, while it is still here, you click on the tab key on your keyboard, it will auto complete. And then you have options like number 1 and number 2. So number 1 simply means the cell, okay, that you want to use to multiply. The first cell is D2, comma. The second cell is F2, which is the unit price. And then you close the bracket. As you've closed the bracket this way, you click on enter. So you can see it has successfully multiplied. Now, how then do we do this data? That is it that we'll be taking it one after the other until Let me see how many records are here. Until 606 records. Like, wow. No, 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 no. There's a way around it. Now, how you do that is that you simply, let me enlarge this in a way. So you simply double click. You see this um this little box, okay, or this little points down, the down right, yeah, the down right. So you take it to that point this way, and the cursor becomes like a short cross. At this point, you double click your mouse, okay, you double click it, and when you double click it this way, it will automatically fill it up. Now, this aspect in Excel is called flash filling. Okay, you flash fill, like in an instance, it's flash fill, yeah. So with this, we have gotten the revenue. So one side have been taken care of. Now the next one I want to do is want to look at the dates. Want to look at the dates in question. Now we'll create um, a day. Now this is a date having a time. Okay, as you can see in the formula bar. Okay, so let's call this day. Now we are still going to use a function. Okay, we are still going to use a function to undo this. And how do we do that? We say equal to, we have the text function. Now the text function converts a value to text in a specified number format. Okay, so that is what it does. So what is the value? This is the value. And then we need the text, the text format will be day. So if I want a short day, like let's say Sunday, for instance, I want to shorten it to SUN only. I'll just take 3D, 1, 2, 3, and then I'll close. That is the format. And then can you see? So this day is Wednesday, but I don't want to make it short. I want to make it large. So I would add another day, and then I'll run this. So you have seen how you can be able to get day from a date column. How you can be able to get day from a date column. You can also do this with months, and you can do it with year. So for months, instead of DD, it will be MM. And then for the year, instead of MM, it will be YY. Okay, so Y 4 times, M 4 times, D 4 times to give you the day, months, and year. So the next we want to do is to double click once again to flash fill. Okay, so we are double clicking this down right point. So when we double click it this way, so you can see everything has been noted down here. So my goodness, I think all of them are home Wednesdays. Wow, that means the what do we call it? The unknown data, the blank data has quite a lot. The data has too much empty records. That is what it means. Let me confirm it before we continue. But all these records, all these are records now. All these are records. It's not supposed to. Let me see. All these are records. Let me see the. So what did we do here? I ignore the blanks. Okay. I ignore the blanks and then I click OK. So if I do Control A, Control A, and then I Control C. Control C. Let me paste it in a new sheet. Let's see how many we have here. 600 again. Let's see how many we have here. Wow, that's really surprising. Let's just a second, guys. Let me go around this and see. Oh, I've seen the error. Okay, so there is an empty. There is a, what do we call it? There's a missing row. There's a missing row. Can you see it, guys? Can you see it? There's a missing row here. There's a missing row. This point here. If you see, there is a kind of a double line here. Okay, so that is now you can see this. You can see this mistake I just made. So that is how you think as a data analyst. Okay, because I don't get it. Out of over 500,000 records, only 606. That's weird. So you want to take note of it. Okay, so these are the little errors that can happen. So to adjust that, I'll double click, and if I double click, can you see? So what do? I just delete this row. It is empty, so it is of no use to me. So I'll just delete the row. Then good. So I think we are also good here. Now, one of the ways you can avoid this kind of error, is for you to when you click Control A, for instance, Control A. Now you click on Control period first. It will take you to the very beginning. Okay, the first cell in the data set, and then you click Control period. It takes you to the last column. Okay, the first cell in the last column, and then you click Control period. It is supposed to take you to the last cell down in the last column. Okay, please understand this. As you click Control period, it will take you like all throughout the four corners of your data, of your table. It will take you through the four corners of your table. So when you click on Control period each time, it's supposed to. So at any point where it is not taking you to the last corner, then you know that there's an error. Now watch this. Can you see another one? You can see a missing row is here. So I will rectify this. Double click, and then you can see. What do? I delete the row. There's still another one again. They are much. Okay, they are just two. So I like the two and delete. Okay, so let's go around again. Control A, Control period, Control period, Control period. Can you see another one again? Okay. So this is just a preamble of what you can face when you are working on data sets. Yes, so you have to be ready. Okay, so let's continue. So let me do it again. Control A, Control period, Control period, Control period. Oh my, another one. There seems to be much. Control A, Control period, Control period, Control period. Okay. Let's see. We are deleting once again. Okay, I'm being conscious of time, so I may not do everything because if these missing rows are much, I would simply just do it the ones I can work with because of time. I think we are getting somewhere. This is 7,000 records. So let's see. Delete row. Okay. Control A, control period, control period, control period. I think we'll stop at this point. So we'll work with this one. Whatever findings we have, we'll just make do with it. Because of time, okay, it is because of time. That is why, because we still have analysis to make and visualization. Control A, control period, period, period. Okay, 11,000 should work for us. So we'll just control C. We are copying this and we are pasting it here. Okay, let me do that again. Control C, Control V. Okay. So okay, so let me just quickly do what I did earlier. Sorry, so I'm supposed to move this. Okay. So this is D2, comma F2. Okay. Now, before I did this, I think I made reference to this quantity. Let me filter. Let me see if there are minuses. Wow, they are much. They are much. They are much. They are much. Okay, let's start. This Control F. So what are we replacing? We are replacing minus 1. Replacing 1. Replace all. I think I remember minus 12 also. 12. Replacing all. Okay. Minus 24. 24. We are replacing all. So we have 5. Let's see what's. So we have minus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this is 2, 3, 4, minus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Okay, so let's go and check. Okay, wow, all of them have been okay. That's good. So sometimes data can be very funny. Please, data can be very funny. Check this because I did not replace this. So okay, it's all right. It has been replaced. So we are clearing. Okay, so I think that's. Then the next thing is you want to flash view. So we have flash view that already. The next thing is to get the day. So we'll call this day. And just as I said, we are using the equal to text function. Text, and then the value is E2. Okay. So we have DDD. And then we close this and enter. Okay, so we flash fill it again. So let's see. Okay. Oh, this covers quite a lot of this. Thank God. Okay. So with this now, I think we are good to do our analysis. So the first thing you want to do now is to use what we call the pivot table. Okay, pivot table helps you to arrange your data very well. It prepares you for visualization. So as your data is now, as it is here, it's not that you cannot do visualization. You can do visualization. Okay, but then because let me use the word, the data is scattered here. Okay, I'm just trying to use that word to make you understand. The data seem to be scattered here. If you perform visualization from here directly, your visual will be scattered. Okay, so that is why we use pivot table. When you use pivot table, it gives you an arranged kind of table. Okay, so you say, okay, this table, I mean, this column, I want it to be for this. I want this column to be for this, and you arrange it so it's not something of haphazard. So, but when you do the visual from here, you are the one telling Excel, do your thing. I have no hand. I don't care how you do it. And if you don't care how Excel does it, it's going to give you a wrong visual. So now we go to insert, and then we click on pivot table. So we are using pivot. Now when you click on pivot, it is going to highlight, everything. You can see the dotted lines are actually moving. So it asks you in this dialog box, select the table or range. Of course, the fact that these lines are moving shows that that is its selected range. If you don't want it, you can remove this and click on this arrow and select the part that you want. Okay, because there are sometimes when you analyze, you don't want some columns because they're not necessary. So, but then it's always good to pick the entire column so that you don't know which one may later. So where do you want the pivot table to be placed? We want it to be placed in a new sheet, in a new worksheet, and then you click on OK. Okay, good. So you can see. So this is the pivot table fields. So in these fields, you cannot tell Power BI, tell Excel, okay, where you want it to and what you want it to do for you. So let's go. So we say we need to find the days of the week where customers are more likely to do or to purchase products. Okay, where customers are more likely to purchase products. Now let's look at this. So we say okay, so the day. So first of all, we highlight the day and then we drag it into a row. Okay, so we have that. So we have dragged the day into a row. Now, when you drag it this way, whatever you see in this row label is the unique value within that column. So that means within this day column, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 days. That is what it means. Okay. So um in short, I know that the whole as in the whole week was captured in this data set. But because of the error that we've seen, and that is why I just had to use this. Okay, so I hope you guys will pardon me. Um, for so it's 5 days that we can find here. So whatever we make of this, I think it will give us an idea what the entire data would look like. So we have Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Excel has it already. So then, what do we need next? We need the revenue. Okay, so we want to see. Okay, they say what days they are more likely to buy the product. So that means we are looking for the count this time around. Okay, we are looking for the count of the records. So let me explain what that means. Now this is the I think yes, this is the data set, and yeah, this is the table. So out of this is I think over 11,000 records. Let me see. Yes, this is over 11,000 records. So out of this 11,742, yes, we are not counting the three, 742 records. Okay, how many days belong to Sunday? How many days belong to Monday? How many days belong to Wednesday? How many how many products belong to Thursday? How many products belong to Friday? So this gives us an idea of how customers buy the products from that online store. So that is why we are using the counts. Okay. So to do that, I will just take the description. But instead of taking it to the column or to the row, I'll take it to the value. Now you can see automatically as I click, as I drop it on the value, pivot table has done the background work and aggregated that column to be a count. Okay, it's aggregated. Now you remember the description is in alphabet, so pivot table cannot perform an addition on the alphabet, cannot perform a subtraction or multiplication or division, as the case may be. So what you know, this is like an intelligent tool. So what it's thought to do, since I have decided to place it within the value field, is to just count. That is the only aggregation it feels it can do, and I know that is the right thing. So it has taken the count already, and from this you can see that Wednesday seemed to be the highest day where in which customers buy a lot of products. So on Wednesday, there were 3,054 products that were bought. So this gives you an idea. Okay, customers like to buy products on Wednesdays. So now the next thing you want to do after this is to now find out the revenue. Does it correspond to this number of products? Because there are certain times the fact that they are buying much products on Wednesday does not amount to generating a lot of revenues. Yes, because some may buy small, small, and then meanwhile, those who are buying on Monday are buying much. Okay, so this is how you reason. Okay, this is how you think. It is called analytical thinking. So you just think in that direction. So now while we are there, I want us to now visualize. I want us to visualize. So before we visualize, I need to take this off. Grand total, I'll remove it. So I'll remove grand total. So it has been removed already. I'll change this to days. Days. And then I'll change this to um let's say counts. count or number of purchases. Yeah, I think that's the right word. Number of purchases. Number of purchases. So now the next thing to do is to visualize, just as I said. So we are visualizing. Um, okay, so you can see. So these are the available charts that can be used. I would have loved to use a pie chart, but the values are they're almost within the same range. So you can see 2,620, 1,800 and 3,054, 2,066, 2,000. So the pie chart will not really give a clear demarcation, okay, between the days. Okay, so this is one of the things you need to take note of. It will not. So you go for visual that will give a clear demarcation. Like someone will see it and we know that, okay, at least there's a clear demarcation in this. So let's use this. And then we click on OK. Good. So we've come to the visual aspect now. Now, I want to edit some of this. So I want to edit some of these. Please, I'll soon be over. If it's just two questions, we can do this. I think would call it a day. So I'll just highlight this and now instead of total, you type days of purchase of product purchase product purchases. Okay, so the you want to start editing. You want to start editing. It's very, very important. So we'll remove this and don't use remove field. If you use remove field, it's going to let's look at that. Can you see everything is gone? So let's reverse it. So you don't use remove field. Instead, you use hide. Okay, hide value field, not all field, please. Hide value field. Now, once you've hidden it, I think that is well enough. But before that, let's check out the style first. Let's check out the style. There's supposed to be a style for this. Okay, that's coming. So let's work with I so much love this style, this particular one. So we are removing this, so hide. Now you can see that I am hiding all those fields. So whenever you are visualizing data, okay, you are visualizing data. One thing you need to do is you need to ensure that your visual is as clean and as smooth as anything. Okay, you need to take note of that. That means encumbrances and things that will just choke the entire space. No, as a data analyst, your visual to be is meant to be clear. Okay, it's meant to be focused. So if someone is looking at your visual, they should be able to get a clear picture of what you are saying. There should be not much grammar. Okay, that is why it is visual. So um so this total is not supposed to also be there. So just delete. Okay. Now let's go to edit some of the elements that are here. For the axis, there's no need for the primary horizontal. Primary horizontal is just this number, these numbers here. There's no need for that. Okay. Now, in this particular chart style, okay, in this particular chart style, the values, okay, the values have been already fixed within the within the bars. Okay, they've been fixed inside the bar. You can see them. This is 2155 2066. So they've been fixed within. So there are some visuals that they will not be fixed like this. So whenever you are removing the that is the primary horizontal axis, whenever you are removing it this way, the next thing you should do is to put the values inside. Okay, so you ensure that the label is put inside so that anybody seeing it should be able to know, okay, on Sunday the number of products is 2620. You understand? So as it is now, I know even you looking at it, you are also seeing how beautiful it is beginning to appear. Okay, so then the chart title is very important. Is there? Then the data label. This is just the data label. It has been fixed already. The grid line. Is there any need for grid line? No. Okay. Yeah. So there's no need for grid line. There's no need for legend. Is legend I just removed. So I think this is all. This is all. This is all. This is all. So we'll just I'll just make this increase this font in a way, and this should be full-fledged black, and then this should also be black. Okay, I think this is a very simple one. So like this we are done. Now the next thing we want to do is to arrange. Okay, is to sort it. So you want to sort the days from increasing to decreasing, or from decreasing to increasing, as the case may be. So I want to from the highest to the lowest. That is how I want it to be. So I'll click on this and you see the sort. So then I'll click on largest to smallest. No, I say largest to smallest. Okay, smallest to largest. Okay, so you can see. Now let's look at this. Can't you see how beautiful? At least this gives you an idea, a very clear um, picture. So we are done with the days. Now let's go to the same table. Let's go and answer the second question, which says what day generated the highest revenue? So for us to know the day that generated the highest revenue, we can so would still go for control A, I mean for pivot table, and then once again, and then just as we did it, we are using the day, dragging it to the row, and then the revenue this time, okay, we are dragging it to this. Can you see automatically it has generated the revenue by going for the sum? Okay, so if you don't want the sum, let's say you want other ones like average, you go for value fit setting, you can see the count, you can see the average, you can see the max, you can see the max mean maximum number. Okay, to give you the maximum number of the revenue, the minimum number, the product, the count numbers, the standard deviation, probability, the variable, and all that. So that is by the way. So once again, we go and we remove the grand total. So we call this days, and then we call this sum of revenue. Is it good to use? No, we don't use sum of revenue. Okay, we don't use sum of revenue, please. It is called total. Okay, instead you use total revenue. Click on OK. So that's it. So we are going in for the charts. Okay, let me see this. This two is also almost the same. So let's go with this. Let's go with this. Yeah. Let's go with this. Okay, so we'll do some little editing. We'll remove this, hide. We are hiding this. Okay. We are deleting this. Changing this to total revenue by day. Okay. Then we'll edit this. We'll take it to 10. I'll make it black. This will take it to, let's take it to 11. So make it black. Take this to 11. Oh, it's much. 10.5. So let me change the chart style. Okay, I think this one is seem to, this was the other style we used. Let's go for this. Okay, now let's see. We're changing this to white, and then we'll leave it at 10.5. 10.5. So let's see. We are going to edit the axis. We don't want the primary vertical this time around. So we'll put that away. Then we don't also want the grid line. Put that away. Now, since we have taken away the primary and vertical axis, then we'll come to the data label, we'll fix it. Okay, you can choose to leave it in the center. That is where you come here and you select where you want to fix it. You can use, okay, just need okay. So let me change this. Okay, I think this is fair enough. So these are the two visuals we are going to do for today. I'm being conscious of time. I'm being very, very conscious of time. So at least this gives us an idea. Then the next thing now is to sort. Yes, to sort from smallest to largest. Largest, smallest. Okay. So that is it. So we have been able to get the total revenue by day, and this it is still the same Wednesday. So what that means is that people are the same people who are buying products on Wednesday. Okay, they are generating a lot of revenue that same Wednesday. So I think that is the much we're going to cover for tonight's class. Then if you want to get this image now into the picture, into a picture form, okay, into an image form, you simply copy. Okay, you copy and then you go to use, turn on your PowerPoint. PowerPoint. Open a new PowerPoint. Okay, this way. And you just Control V. Control V. Can you see? You can drag it as much as you want. You can still do some little editing here because sometimes okay. Let me make it white. So as it is now, you can now right click. Let me also make this white. Good. So you right click and you click, you see save as picture. Can you see that now? You click save as picture. When you click on it, it will ask you for the name and it will take you to a folder. So we can name this total revenue by day. So you have different formats. Then you click save. So let's go and check to be sure. So we have picture. Can you see total revenue by day? I double click that. Wow. So you can see our table has, our chart has come alive. So with this, you can post it to your social media handle and let everybody see, the good work that you are doing. So guys, this is where we are going to draw a curtain. Um, I am hoping that if we find enough time, we would go into what we call the data reporting, how to report the insights and the findings you've gotten, okay, from data analysis, whatever insights, you know how to report it in um, Microsoft Word. Okay, so I have the data portfolio templates. There's a template you use for reporting. So I do hope we will find one or two occasions to work on that. Is there any question, please, before I know that it has been. If you have any question, you can. Okay, so I want to believe that it is well understood then. Okay, so if it is well understood, can we type yes? Let's just let me know. So you just type yes, that to indicate that you've understood all that I've done. Are we there? Okay, it's all right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining the live session tonight. It has been an amazing time taking us through this analysis. I want to believe that you've learned quite a lot, and you go out there and do what you know how to do best. So the WhatsApp session, the WhatsApp group is open. Um, those who did not register, but you want to participate in the WhatsApp group, you can. Okay, would I share the templates in the WhatsApp group? Yes, I will do that. Yes, I will do that. Um, so those who have not yet registered, please do well to register and be part of the community. I'm trying to create a community of data analysts. Okay, and I believe we are going to do well when we are together. And yeah, thank you so much. It's so okay. So with this, We are going to end the live session. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate staying till this hour. Yeah, thank you. And we are going to continue the chat in the um WhatsApp group. Yeah. Bye everyone. Bye.